Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and today we're going to be discussing a very peculiar individual who may or may not know a thing or two about how the world actually works. I'm not so sure, I've just been here a while, but this guy is absolutely bonkers. So buckle your seatbelts, kids, because this is going to be a real train wreck or car crash. You know what, just let's not bother about it because he's going to crash either way someday. So, you wanted to talk to us about something. Go on.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be.
Hi, CeCe. You don't have to be so formal about it, you know. We're all friends here, right?
CeCe here, Chris, from New York, Westchester County.
You know, I actually like his videos, the way he structures them, not the content. But he structures them like a sort of diary entry, which is really cool. But things still deteriorate from here.
It's August 1st, 2019. Happy August. Summer's over, pretty much, right after the 4th of July. You got 8 weeks. Enjoy it. Do whatever you got to do in those 8 weeks.
And that's a good advice for anyone for that matter. During the summer, do whatever you want to do, make dreams come true, start a YouTube career if you want to, before you now have to go back to school and end up working again. He's really sound with that, actually. Good job, CeCe.
Anyway, that's our time. You know, and time is, well, precious, shall we say, in a way. Yeah, because you'll never get that back. It'll always be gone.
Wait a minute. Am I debunking the right video? This isn't something that I'd expect a flat earther to say.
I don't know. This cosmic clock that's up there, these stars, these fake stars that are up there, that are your clock. That's our clock. And then throw in daylight savings time to throw us off completely.
And that was confirmation that this is the right video on debunking. But anyway, first off, to address your point, stars aren't fake, you can see them. And secondly, daylight savings was created because of farmers. In the past, farmers needed a time to wake up and to actually tend to the fields. Daylight savings was a way for farmers to adapt to the seasons as time went on. Today it's mostly useless, but the cultural heritage still goes on, as largely tropical areas like where I come from don't have daylight savings. In the end, daylight savings isn't really needed for anything, including a flat earth conspiracy.
Because as a human species, we are the most powerful people out there. You don't understand this, okay? They're hiding all of this from us. I don't know what kind of powers we have. I have no idea. You know, I mean, can we move objects? I don't know.
Yeah, now that you think about it, we might actually have powers. Maybe we can bend one of the 4 elements like in Avatar, or we have some sort of latent ability that will show itself to civilization as time goes on, like maybe in My Hero Academia. Or we could have some latent genes that will just come out of the next generation like in the X-Men. Or maybe, just maybe, we're living in reality and our power stems from our overbearing intelligence. Think about that.
I have no idea. You know, but they're suppressing this. They don't want us to know this. Okay, this is what all of this is all about. You know? Yeah, sure. It's about that we live on a flat plane here, motionless, covered in a dome. Okay, sure, absolutely. But it's also to suppress us.
Wow. Tell that to the people that are actually making a difference in this world. They're suppressing you, not anyone else. Just you. If you're looking for a person to pin your failures on, look in the mirror.
And they've come up with a lot of ways of doing it. Quite a few ways. And here I'm going to get into that with you. But this is all us flat earthers want. and nobody's been able to come up with it after all these years, is one shred of evidence that we live on what they say we live on.
We give you evidence every single day. Don't lie about that. The problem is that you people tend to reject what you feel is not correct evidence and only accept anything that supports a flat earth. Case in point, your redefinition of science.
Okay? Because we have come up with hundreds of experiments of no curvature, absolutely none. There's no way we can even detect movement. So that's a waste of time as far as I'm concerned. We're stationary. There are people that can't even get on a fucking boat, okay, without getting seasick. Okay, so there's no movement. Oh, you're born into it, you're this and that. No, unacceptable. No, the people who get seasick when they're on a boat cannot tolerate anything. They can't even tolerate being in a fucking car. I'm in the van, I have a patient in the van, and he can't even be put on his side. He's got to be pointed toward the windshield, else he'll get sick. But we're moving at 1,000 miles per hour. No, spinning at 1,000 miles per hour. And the clouds are defying the laws of fucking gravity. Okay? They're somehow or another going faster than the speed of sound. That's the only way they can be going faster than us. These delicate little fucking clouds.
Wow. So much to unpack here. Where do I even begin? Alright, let's start with this. First off, Newton's laws of motion. His first law states that an object in motion only tends to stay in motion unless a force acts upon it. And his second law of motion says that forces are proportional to the acceleration acting on a body. That basically means that we don't feel motion, we feel acceleration. So even when a body is in motion, as long as its velocity is the same all through, it won't feel like it's in motion. Instead, it will feel like it's stationary. Secondly, motion sickness usually occurs on a car in bumpy roads or on bumpy waters. The earth is not on a bumpy road, neither is it on bumpy waters. The earth is moving at a constant speed, so please tell me where you got your information from.
See, nobody looks at this. They don't see this. They don't think about it. It's all around you. It's all there.
Nobody looks into it, maybe because they don't need to look into it. And those people who do actually end up figuring things out that you don't want to listen to because it goes against what you think is correct.
All of it. Look at these debates. Look at the candidates that are up there. I mean, they're so fake you can see right through them. Everything has become so politically correct nowadays that you can't say anything. I don't even know how musicians even play music. That's probably why the rap music has gotten so bad. Is it even called rap? Hip-hop? Whatever the fuck the name they've come up with it is. It's just so bad, you can't even understand what they're talking about. They just go rah with this big beat in the back. I hear people driving around with this so it must be a popular song. I don't know what the fuck it is. I could care less. All I know, it's indoctrinating them even further. While they're sitting in their car and doing that and not thinking about what they should be thinking about, and that's fucking flat earth.
Seriously, man. Apart from the irrelevant talk about political correctness and all that, see where the cult-like mentality of flat earth now comes into view? They shouldn't think of anything else apart from flat earth. And you wonder why people think your belief is a cult.
And how we're going to get the word out to people. Alright? They're happy. They're happy being trained rats, obviously. They're happy just driving to work, getting on a train, sitting in a cubicle, sitting there with a fat, balding, middle-aged boss who's a dick. They're happy with it, But there's so much more. We have so much more potential. All of us.
You say that all the while driving in a van for someone else, working for someone else, and doing work that you complain about. Isn't that a bit hypocritical, CeCe?
There's so much energy we don't know about. I've looked into it, that we have, that's right in front of us, that you can tap into. I mean, there's free energy everywhere. Tesla knew it.
Tesla. as in Nikola Tesla, not Telsa. Where did you get your facts from, man? A misnaming website? Besides, free energy doesn't exist. The second law of thermodynamics forbids free energy existing because any amount of energy cannot be used at 100% efficiency, which basically means that there is always going to be a waste. You know, that second law of thermodynamics that flat earthers seem to always harp about without knowing what it actually is.
You know, I mean, he knew it. Con Ed, well, I don't know what it was called back then, but the electrical company said, hey, you know, where are the cables? Where is it plugged in? How are they paying for this?
First off, let's get a few things out of the way. You know that wireless electricity exists, right? And not only wireless electricity, but also remote controls exist. You know, that thing you use to turn your TV on and off. Wireless electricity is being researched today with a lot of applications in phone charging and more efficient electronic devices. But back then, wireless electricity was as inefficient as it comes. In the case of remote controls, investors just found it useless. But nowadays, Tesla's inventions are being used all over the world. This should show you that humanity progresses most of the time.
You know, so they had to first get us to pay for electricity, okay? Then they had to get us paid for water. You don't think you're paying for water? Every time you buy a bottle, you're paying for it. I do too. Hey, look, there's no way we can go out without it. You know, you need water. The temperatures here is 95, 100 degrees, 80% humidity. You're dying out there. I have to water my plants like twice a day, and that's not even enough. When I'm home all day, on a weekend, I gotta water them like almost 4 times a day. It's different. I have potted plants, and I'll show you my flat earth vegetable garden one of these days.
If you really want to know the truth, CeCe, you pay for everything. Either you're paying for it using your time, or money, or energy, you're paying for stuff. So obviously you'll pay for electricity or water or whatever. It's not the big bad government trying to control you, it's just how life works. You pay for everything, and that's how it goes. Also, please keep your flat earth plant collection to yourself. No one wants to see a bunch of flat earth plants.
It's really good. I've already picked a couple tomatoes. Anyway, but that's not my point. See, I broke my train of thought. Just look at the candidates. Look at them. Look at them in their black suits and their black ties. You know, authoritative figures. You know, just look at them, and you can see right through them. I mean, when you have the eyes of flat Earth,
you become paranoid, delusional people who detach themselves from reality.
All of your old perspectives have just been thrown out the window. Everything that you've learned is gone. You know, when you're trying to debunk flat Earth and you're in the middle of doing this, and you can see that there is no debunking it, you know?
Then how come I'm debunking it right now?
I have people leaving pages and pages and pages of bullshit. That means nothing. It's all mathematical garbage that has been there to make things difficult for you.
Yeah, all that is for you. It's garbage for you. It's trash for you. It's difficult for you, not anyone else. And the reason why that's that way is because you do not understand it. You only pretend to understand it, but you don't, and you can't because you don't want to understand it. This is the problem with most flat earthers, and this is the reason why we have these debates, if you can even call them debates. And this is where I'm going to end the video. It took a while, but at least I'm done with part 1 of 3 of CeCe from New York. Next time, I'm not really going to touch upon him. I'm going to be doing a debunking on some COVID-19 deniers, because these trying times, we need to find a way to actually help stop the spread before it gets worse. So I'll be working on something involving virology next time, and I hope you like it. Anyway, I hope you guys are staying safe in these trying times, and as a Christian, I pray pray that everyone is feeling better, is doing the best that they can, and we'll come out of this stronger in the end. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you next time.